Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be reorganizing my bookshelves again. So my method this time is YA on one shelf and then middle grade, those on the other shelf. So I have already taken off all the YA books that I own, and I was thinking that this shelf should be the YA shelf. So I'm going to start taking these butts off, and I'm just going to shift everything over to this shelf over here. So then it just kind of continues down on that shelf. So I'm just going to move everything closer and take the butts off. Maybe this shelf would be more helpful. So now I'm moving these butts over to the other shelf. So I finished emptying the top shelf, and it only filled up about, it filled up a good part of the shelf. And I think we will have room for all these, but I'm thinking I might turn some over to have all my Catherine Applegate books kind of together. So I'm gonna figure out how that'll look. I'm trying to decide if I only want to have all my A's laid down, or maybe if I want to have my A and my singular B laid down. Because that does save some more room that way. Just trying to decide if I liked how it looks. Maybe I didn't like to center this more, or put some kind of decoration on top. I think I like this. It's this little orchard that I got for my birthday later. So I put together, and I think it looks nice up there. I think it does look nice. I'm gonna leave this here and just see if maybe tomorrow I change my mind or something. But let's keep going. So now we're down to here, and this is where my fantasy starts, but I have so many A's. Well, not that many. I'm trying to decide if I have a lot of one specific letter that I didn't lay them down to save up some space. So I'm gonna keep looking. But in the meantime, I'm gonna keep moving these books over. I did also kind of forget to clear out this shelf real quick, so I'm gonna move these, probably just stack them up along the shelf I just emptied to save some room. Now we can start moving the books over to the shelf. And then, don't think that I forgot about this extra space. I did fill it in, and this is something that just kind of bothers me for some reason. I almost have enough room to fit in my last kind of just general fiction, realistic fiction book, which is A Malt Unbound. I almost have enough room to fit that in, but it's just barely not enough. So I have to have the last singular general fiction book on this shelf with the rest of my fantasy. And unless it's something small, but it's just kind of, I don't really know, but it's just, I don't know. Don't like it very much. But we're gonna do the same thing to this shelf. We're gonna empty this shelf of all its books and just move them over to the new shelves. And then we have to deal with these stats that I made for myself. Luckily, this is a kind of more as big reorganization as my last video was. That one I just kind of reorganized the entire thing by genre and author. That took a long time. This one I'm just kind of shifting butts over and hoping that I have enough room. Okay guys, so I did figure out something to do with the stats. So I did end up just studying the Book Wanderers series on top of the Tale of Emily Winsap series. And I think it looks pretty good. I moved my sister's TBR shelf over to like this little library cart thing that we have. So I have 2 empty shelves, and I'm going to put my sister's books on those 2 empty shelves. I do have a lot of non-fiction books that I need to figure out something to do with. I might just end up, if I probably have like the empty bottom shelf over there, but just end up putting them there. But right now we have to move my sister's books over to this shelf. That does mean I have to move all the YA book stats somewhere else, so I'll probably just move them this way. Just kind of push them so then I can reach the shelves. Okay, so now we can start taking these off. I might leave my Percy Jackson shelf here just because I don't know what else I would do with it. So I think I'm just going to leave it here and just continue the books over just up here. But we can just, I think I'm going to put these on the shelf now, just in this order, except take off these. So take all the Babysitter Club series together. Okay, so now I have to put them on the shelf there. Okay, so I have finished moving all my sister's books, which means that I can finish putting the rest of my books, my middle grade books, on the bookshelves. So far the books I've put down my entire realistic fiction shelf, and I did end up being able to fit like all my realistic general fiction books on the shelf. I did find a little bit of room so I can put them all unbound. So now the shelf, oh my gosh, lower you. So now this entire shelf is fantasy, and then we have some more fantasy down here, along with mystery, and only I think like 4 of my historical fiction books so far. So the books that I haven't put on are most of my historical fiction, my classics, and then my 3 like science fiction dystopian books that are not YA, because most of my sci-fi dystopian books are YA. And I was right. As you can see, I do have some more space. So that means that on this shelf, because I'll mostly be adding to my YA shelf, so on this shelf, I didn't put my nonfiction books, which I'm not going to do now. Right now, I'm going to put my YA books on the shelf, and then I can do the nonfiction off screen, maybe, just because they're not, it's like, there's a lot of them, but they're just kind of random. And I don't really have these organized, but I do think I'm going to do it by genre again. I have 3 main genres. I have general fiction, fantasy, and then sci-fi or dystopian. Oh, and then also have some. So over here, I'm just getting all the fantasy books on the shelf. And I am doing it by author's last name, so you can see me lining them up. Okay guys, so this fantasy shelf looks really good. I did not have as much as I thought, but that's okay. And then I think A lot of my mystery books are at the bottom of the pile. You can see the naturals down there, and then I have another one down there. So right now I'm just going through them to try to get to it before I stack up the books again. So here you can see me leaving a little space on the side. I didn't have room for the hardback, and I'm saving room for the third Inheritance Dames book there. And I am done with the YA books. I just have my non-fiction books, which are just spread out all over there, to put on this shelf. And then I do believe that I am done, and that is exciting. This is the second day of the project. It is almost 24 hours later. Okay guys, I am ready for the bookshelf tour. So let's start. So this is what you see when you walk in of my bookshelves. So we'll start over here. We have my Percy Jackson bookshelf, which is exactly the same as the last bookshelf tour. But we have the original series here. We have the original series here, and then the Heroes of Olympus series, the Trials of Apollo. We have, I think this is the Senior Chronicles. I have The Sun and the Star, and then we have my, of course, my deluxe edition right here. And then we do have a poster just up there of the Heroes of Olympus. But my deluxe edition, which made sure to watch my short of when I got this to see what the entire thing looks like. Now we're just gonna come over here. We have my kind of just general fiction shelf. Although these probably should belong in the fantasy, but I do like how they look here. So I'm gonna put on a few of my favorites. All 4 stars was pretty good. It's about a girl who loves cooking. And this book was good. It's about a girl who has a library in her locker full of banned books. And then Wish, you can tell, was my favorite when I was younger. About a girl who kind of has her dad's in jail and her mom doesn't really want her, so she goes and lives with her aunt and uncle she's never met before. And then she gets this dog and she makes friends and discovers that it's better than she thought. Coming down, we have my fantasy. Mari and the Night Brothers was really good. It's about a girl who figures out she has magical abilities. And then the Book Wonder series was overall pretty good. Come down, we have more, surprise, more fantasy. I really liked The False Prince. That one, the main character's humor and sarcastic comments, were good. I liked those, made it really good. We have my really small mystery section, which is just these 6 books. But in here, I would say this is good. This is more horror, kind of middle grade horror than mystery, but I don't have enough books for that to make an entire section. And I have a lot of historical fiction books, as I was obsessed with that when I was younger. Fever was good. The War That Saved My Life was good. When We Flew Away was sad. And then we come over to more of historical fiction. And Pony was good. It was better the first time I read it than the second time. But that usually happens. Winterkill was good. It was a different time than what I usually read. My classics, I think only the Boston Children really stands out to me, although Anne of Green Gables was good too, and then this entire series in the sci-fi section was good. And then here's kind of just a brief overview of the nonfiction section. And we come over to my fantasy, my YA section. We have a lot of fantasy. I think almost all of this stands out. The Cruel Prince was really good. I think out of my favorite of these 4 was Reflection. The Caraval series was good. Once Upon a Broken Heart was actually pretty good. Powerless series, 5 stars every single book. Wings of Starlight, it was what I expected, so it was pretty good. And over to my mystery, which I have one more down. We have the Inheritance Games, and I liked Hawthorne Legacy more than I liked the Inheritance Games. Don't really know why. But The Naturals was a really good series. Make sure to watch if you've read it, make sure to watch my Naturals rant video, which is all spoilers. So, careful with that. Reappearance of Rachel Price. I don't know what I rated this. Maybe 4 stars with 3.75. It's good. I'm coming to my small general fiction section. We have the summary. No, that's out of order. Oh, it's backwards. I'll flip that. Told You Ever After, which was good. Better than the movies. Was so good. This was 5 stars. I read this in my Reading Books Until 5 Stars video. They Both Die at the End was really close to 5 stars. 4.75. You've Reached Sam was also good. I don't know what I gave that. Then we have The Select. So then coming to our sci-fi dystopian, we have The Selection. This book, it was actually really good. I need to do the rest of the series. And we have my special editions of Hunger Games, which I might flip around, but you can see the pretty sprayed edges. I do really like the covers. They look really clean. But recommend this entire series if you have not read it. Snow Globe was actually surprisingly good. Skyward was also really good. It was really thrilling at the end. Then we just have the rest of the Oddly series down here. And then we have my sister's books, which I'm not going to go over. But we have my TBR, which I'm going to do an updated, like, how many books are on my TBR, or going through my entire physical TBR. And I think I only have 18 right now, which is better than the 34 I think I had when I filmed the video. Okay, guys, thank you. Let me turn over here so you can see more books. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. And make sure to like and subscribe to see next week's video. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.